God says, do not scroll away. Please, my child, pause right here. If you push this aside, if you rush past this moment like you have done so many times before, you might miss the very answer you have been crying out for. This is not a coincidence, and this is not just another video on your screen. This is a divine interruption. I have been watching you. I have seen the heavy sighs you let out when you think no one is listening. I have watched you carry a burden that is slowly breaking your spirit, pretending to be strong for everyone else while you are crumbling inside. Take a deep breath. Right now, in this very room, you are not alone. The air around you might feel a little different. A sudden stillness, a quiet peace settling over your anxious mind. That is my presence. I am closer to you than the air you breathe. You have been waiting, praying, and wondering if I have forgotten you. You have looked at the closed doors and the silent skies, and your heart has whispered, "How much longer, Lord?" You have been on the verge of giving up. But I am telling you today, do not give up now. Your breakthrough is not just coming, it is ready. It is standing at the threshold of your life. The enemy has tried to distract you, to make you feel like your waiting was in vain, like your tears were wasted. But I have collected every single tear. I saw the nights you stared at the ceiling, feeling an overwhelming sense of hopelessness. I saw you mask your pain with a smile, trying to survive just one more day. I am here to tell you that your survival season is coming to an end. A new chapter is opening. Do not let the lies of the enemy convince you that this is the end of your story. I need you to stay with me, to listen to these words, because what I am about to reveal will shift the atmosphere of your life. The waiting was not a punishment, it was preparation. And what I have prepared for you is greater than your deepest pain. Stay here, do not leave, and let this truth sink into your spirit. My child, I know there were moments when you felt completely abandoned. You looked around at your circumstances, at the mountains that refused to move, at the doors that remained stubbornly shut, and you wondered if I had turned my back on you. You thought my silence meant I was angry, or worse, that I simply did not care. But let me tell you a profound truth today. My silence was never my absence. While you were crying out in the dark, feeling the crushing weight of anxiety and isolation, I was standing right beside you. I was working in the unseen realm, orchestrating pieces of your life that you could not even comprehend. The enemy wants you to believe that this delay is a denial. The enemy whispers in your ear late at night, telling you that you have missed your chance, that you have made too many mistakes, and that this pain is all there is left for you. Do not listen to those lies. Fear is not your future. The waiting season you just walked through was not meant to destroy you. It was a fire meant to refine you. It was divine preparation for the massive blessing that is about to unfold. You had to learn how to trust me when you could not trace me. You had to build the spiritual endurance that will sustain you in the new chapter I'm bringing you into. I saw the nights you paced the floor, overwhelmed by stress, feeling the sting of broken promises and shattered dreams. I felt the exact moment your heart broke a little more when you whispered into the emptiness, "I don't know how much longer I can do this." But look at you now. You survived. You did not shatter completely because my grace was holding you together. When you had no strength left to form words, when all you could do was weep, those tears were powerful prayers that reached my throne. Your suffering was never wasted. It was shaping you into the resilient, faithful believer you are right now. Do not let distraction pull you away from this truth today. The breakthrough you have been begging for is no longer in the distant future. It is shifting into your present reality. You are about to step into a season of unimaginable restoration, but you must keep your heart open. Breathe in my peace and let go of the doubt. Listen to me closely right now, because the enemy is trying to steal this exact moment from you. He sees that you are on the edge of your breakthrough, and he is terrified. That is why the attacks on your mind have been so relentless lately. Have you noticed how the overthinking has intensified? How the anxiety grips your chest in the middle of the night, telling you that nothing will ever change? That is not your own mind failing you. That is a targeted spiritual attack designed to make you walk away just moments before the door opens. The enemy wants you distracted. He wants you so focused on the closed doors of your past that you completely miss the new door. I'm swinging wide open right in front of you. I see how exhausted you are from fighting these invisible battles. You have been carrying the weight of financial stress, broken relationships, and shattered expectations, trying to figure everything out on your own. You have replayed conversations in your head, wondering where you went wrong, blaming yourself for things that were completely out of your control. My beloved child, lay that heavy burden down at my feet right now. You were never meant to carry this weight alone. The pressure you have put on your own shoulders is too much for any human to bear, and I am stepping in to lift it off of you today. I want you to recognize the lies you have been fed. You have been told that you are not good enough, that you are forgotten, and that your best days are permanently behind you. Do not believe those whispers of defeat. I have written a destiny for you that no human rejection, no financial ruin, and no past mistake can erase. The pain you have carried was not meant to break you. It was meant to position you. What was stolen from you is going to be restored, and what was delayed is not denied. I am preparing a table for you in the presence of those very doubts and fears. Stay here with me in this peace. Do not let the noise of the world pull you back into the chaos. This is your moment of divine realignment. Your spirit knows who I am, and it recognizes the truth in these words. The heavy chains of anxiety are breaking, and the fog of confusion is lifting. Just breathe, trust, and know that your restoration has already begun. My child, I want you to stop for a moment and truly look at how far you have come. You have spent so much of your life trying to be the strong one for everyone else. You became the rock for your family, the reliable friend, the one who always listens, the one who gives and gives until you are entirely depleted. You thought that if you let the cracks show, if you revealed your true exhaustion, you would lose control or people would walk away. So you hid your pain behind a polite smile. You learned how to blink back tears in crowded rooms and how to say, "I am fine," when your heart felt like it was shattering. But who was there to carry you when the weight became too heavy? I was. I was the one holding you up when your knees buckled in the privacy of your bedroom. I was the one catching every silent tear that fell onto your pillow in the middle of the night. You judged yourself so harshly for those tears. You thought breaking down meant you were weak, that your faith was failing, or that you were losing the battle. But let me correct that lie right now. Your tears were never a sign of weakness. They were proof that your heart remained tender in a world that tried to make it cold. They were a necessary release of the pain you were never meant to hold alone. When I looked into your heart during those darkest moments, I did not see a failure. I did not see someone who was lacking. I saw a spiritual warrior who was battered but refused to quit. I saw my precious chosen child holding onto a tiny, invisible thread of hope. That thread of hope is what has brought you to this exact divine appointment. I am stepping in to restore your true identity today. You are not your past mistakes. You are not your financial struggles. You are not the rejection you faced from those who could not see your true value. You are deeply loved, fiercely protected, and hand-picked for a purpose. The breakthrough that is ready for you is going to wash away the shame and the heavy exhaustion you have worn like a coat for so long. Do not let the shadows of your past dictate your bright future. Something miraculous is shifting in the atmosphere around you right now. Keep your spirit open and do not walk away, because I am about to pour out a level of blessing and peace that will make you completely forget the years of weeping. My child, I know there have been days when you looked at the world around you and felt a deep, aching sense of being left behind. You have watched others step into their blessings, their seasons of harvest, and their open doors, while you remained stuck in the waiting room. You have celebrated with them, smiling on the outside, but inside your heart quietly broke as you asked, "When is it going to be my turn, Lord? Did I do something wrong?" Let me gently lift your chin today and look directly into your spirit. You did absolutely nothing wrong. Your timing is not broken, it is divine. The reason your process has taken longer is because the blessing I am preparing for you carries a weight of glory that requires a stronger foundation. I am not just giving you a temporary fix, I am building a generational shift in your life. The enemy tried to use this waiting period to plant seeds of bitterness in your heart. But I saw how you fought to keep your spirit pure. I saw you choose grace even when you felt completely empty. Because you remained faithful in the shadows, I am about to reward you in the light. The doors that are about to swing open for you will not require you to force them. You will not have to beg for a seat at the table, nor will you have to exhaust yourself trying to prove your worth. The opportunities, the financial restoration, and the healing I am bringing into your life will flow with a supernatural ease that will leave you absolutely speechless. I am aligning the right people, the right resources, and the right moments for you right now. Do not let impatience rob you of the peace that belongs to this season. You are standing on holy ground, and the shift is happening beneath your feet. Stop trying to figure out the how and the when. Your only job right now is to trust the who. I am the author of your story, and I promise you, the chapter of weeping is officially closed. A new season of overwhelming joy is breaking forth today. My child, as you prepare to step into this new season of abundance and breakthrough, there is something crucial I need you to do. You cannot carry the heavy baggage of your past into the future I have prepared for you. I know how deeply you are hurt. I saw the betrayal, the harsh words that were spoken against you, and the doors that were slammed in your face by people you loved and trusted. I know the intense pain of being misunderstood, overlooked, and undervalued. But today, I am asking you to release that bitterness. Let it go. Do not let the actions of broken people dictate the condition of your beautiful heart. When you hold on to unforgiveness and resentment, you are anchoring yourself to the very season I am actively trying to pull you out of. I am your vindicator. You do not need to fight for your own reputation or exhaust yourself trying to prove your worth to anyone. I'm stepping in to fight your battles, and my justice is perfect. When you release the offense, you make room for the blessing. Open your hands right now, even if it is just a symbolic gesture in the quiet of your room, and surrender every ounce of anger, resentment, and regret to me. Watch how the heavy, suffocating chains immediately fall off your shoulders. The enemy wants you to remain trapped in a cycle of looking backward, endlessly replaying old wounds so that you cannot see the vast, open horizon in front of you. But I'm giving you new spiritual eyes today. I'm washing away the stains of your past and crowning you with my unmerited favor. From this moment on, you are no longer defined by what you lost, but by the magnificent things I am about to restore. I am replacing your ashes with beauty, your mourning with dancing, and your deep sorrow with an overflowing, contagious joy. The people who walked away from you were simply making room for the divine, purpose-driven connections I am bringing into your life right now. Do not mourn the loss of what was never meant to sustain you. Keep your eyes fixed on me, because what is coming is far greater than anything you have left behind. My child, let us speak of the worries that have kept you awake during the darkest hours of the night. I see the heavy burden of financial stress and the quiet fears about your future that you try so hard to hide. You have looked at your circumstances, your bank account, and the mounting pressures of your daily life, and you have felt a suffocating wave of panic. You have asked yourself, how am I going to make it through this? How will I provide? What if everything falls apart? I want you to listen to my voice above the loud, chaotic noise of your anxieties. I am your ultimate provider. The economy of heaven is not dictated by the struggles of this world, and your sustenance does not come from your own exhausting efforts alone. It comes directly from my hand. The enemy has tried to trap you in a mindset of scarcity and survival, convincing you that you will always barely scrape by. He wants you to live in a constant state of fear, terrified of tomorrow. But I am commanding a release of divine provision over your life right now. The years of lack, the seasons where it felt like you were sowing seeds into hard, unforgiving soil, are finally coming to an end. I'm going to restore the years that the locusts have eaten. The financial breakthroughs, the stability, and the physical restorations that you have been praying for are aligning at this very moment. I'm opening windows of heaven to pour out a blessing so massive that you will not have enough room to receive it. I need you to shift your focus away from the empty jars and look at the endless oil I am about to pour into your life. Do not let the spirit of lack terrorize your mind for one more second. You are a child of the Most High King, and you will not be abandoned or left in the dark. I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. Opportunities that you did not apply for, favor that you did not actively seek, and resources that you could not have imagined are being dispatched to you. Take a deep breath, release the tension in your jaw, and let your shoulders drop. You do not have to figure out the math of your miracle. You simply have to trust the Maker. Your future is secure, your daily needs are known, and my abundant provision is already on the way. Step out of the shadows of worry and step into the light of my promises. My child, as you walk into this profound season of abundance and restoration, you must guard your heart and your mind fiercely. The enemy knows he cannot stop the blessing I am pouring out upon you, so his new strategy will be to distract you from enjoying it. He will try to bring old voices, old habits, and familiar fears back into your life to make you question the very miracle you are standing in. When you hear those whispers of doubt, when sudden anxiety tries to creep back into your quiet moments, I need you to recognize it for exactly what it is, a desperate distraction from a defeated foe. Do not entertain it. Do not sit at the table with fear when I have already prepared a magnificent feast of victory for you. You have fought too hard and waited too long to let the shadows of yesterday steal the sunlight of your today. I am placing a hedge of supernatural protection around your mind, your health, your family, and everything that concerns your future. The spiritual attacks that used to easily break your focus and send you into a spiral of despair will now bounce off the shield of faith I'm equipping you with. But you must stay close to me to maintain this peace. Do not let the loud noise of the world or even the busyness of your upcoming breakthrough pull you away from our quiet time together. In the silence is where I give you divine strategy. In the stillness is where I constantly renew your strength. Your daily communion with me is the steadfast anchor that will keep you secure when the winds of beautiful change begin to blow in your favor. You are stepping into a time where your spiritual discernment will be sharper and more accurate than ever before. You will know exactly who belongs in your next chapter and who was only meant to teach you a lesson in the last one. I'm completely removing the heavy fog of confusion from your mind. The decisions that used to paralyze you with relentless overthinking will suddenly become incredibly clear, guided effortlessly by my gentle spirit. Trust that deep inner peace, trust that quiet, reassuring nudge in your heart. It is me leading you step by step into the absolute fullness of your destiny. Do not rush this beautiful process, and whatever you do, do not look back. The path ahead of you is illuminated with my unmerited grace, and every single step you take is firmly secured by my unfailing love. Keep your eyes on me and watch how I unfold this masterpiece. My beloved child, I know that you have grown so used to walking this path entirely alone. Loneliness has become a familiar, heavy coat that you wear every single day. You have been deeply hurt by the very people you trusted the most, the ones who promised to stay but walked away when you needed them the most. Because of that profound pain, you carefully built a massive fortress around your heart. You convinced yourself that it is better to endure everything in silence, to carry the burden all by yourself, rather than risk opening up and tasting that bitter disappointment all over again. You learned how to hide your tears and face the fierce storms on your own. But today, I am speaking directly to your weary soul. You were never created to carry the heavy weight of this world upon your fragile shoulders. It is time for you to step out of the cold shadows of isolation. Your upcoming breakthrough is not just about me opening new financial doors or bringing physical healing to your body. It is also about me bringing divine, destiny-altering connections into your life. I am actively arranging for people with genuine love, people who truly understand your immense value, to walk into your everyday life. They are not coming to drain your energy or take advantage of your kindness. They are coming to lift you up, to stand in the gap and pray with you, and to remind you of the incredible strength I have placed inside of you. The enemy desperately wants you to believe that you are completely isolated, that no one could possibly understand your specific pain. He knows that as long as you remain isolated, you are an easy target for his whispers of despair. He is terrified of what will happen when you stand united with a community of faith. But I am breaking the heavy curse of loneliness right now, in the very room where you are sitting. Listen to me very carefully, because I am calling you into a beautiful new season of connection and empathy. When you plant a seed of love, when you gather the courage to share your story with others who are also desperately searching for light, you are not just helping them, you are breaking the chains of your own past. Let my perfect peace guide you. Do not be afraid to trust again. I will fiercely protect your heart, and I will be the shield over your soul against any deception. True healing begins the moment you realize that I am not only here with you, but I'm also working through the hands and hearts of the people I send to embrace you. You are a vital piece of a magnificent divine plan. Your voice, your story, and the silent tears you have shed are about to become a powerful beacon of light for countless other lost souls. Open your heart, my beloved, because your season of solitary confinement is officially over, and the warm light of divine connection is flooding into your life. Do not turn your back on this beautiful miracle. My child, let us speak about the deep bone-weary exhaustion that you have been carrying. I see the mornings where just getting out of bed feels like a monumental battle, where you wake up feeling like you have already lived an entire lifetime of stress before your feet even touch the floor. You've been running on spiritual and emotional fumes for so long that you have forgotten what it feels like to simply be at peace. You have been caught in a relentless cycle of survival mode, constantly putting out fires, constantly anticipating the next disaster, and constantly pouring your energy into people and situations that never pour back into you. You are burned out, my beloved. Your mind is overwhelmed, your physical body is tense, and your spirit is desperately craving a quiet place to just breathe. But today, I am declaring an end to your season of exhaustion. I am stepping in to give you the profound, supernatural rest that this chaotic world cannot offer. Listen to my voice and let your heavy shoulders drop right now. You do not have to wear that heavy armor of survival for one more second. I am gently removing the heavy yoke from your neck and replacing it with my peace, which is light and easy to bear. I want you to stop striving. Stop trying to force outcomes. Stop trying to fix everyone around you. And stop trying to control the shifting winds of your circumstances. Your relentless efforts have only left you depleted, but my grace is more than enough to carry you. I'm inviting you to step into a holy pause. In this new chapter I'm opening for you, you will not have to grind, hustle, or exhaust yourself to see my blessings manifest. I am bringing you into a beautiful season of effortless favor, where doors will open simply because of my divine anointing on your life, not because of your exhausting labor. As you sit in this quiet moment, allow my healing presence to wash over your physical body and your weary mind. I am actively renewing your strength right now. I am pouring fresh living water into the dry, cracked soil of your soul. The passion, the creativity, and the simple, pure joy that the enemy tried to drain out of you are being fully restored today. You're going to wake up with a new, inexplicable lightness in your chest. The chronic stress and anxiety that have lived in your muscles for years are melting away. Do not ever feel guilty for needing to rest. Rest is not a sign of weakness, my child. It is a profound act of faith. It is you bravely declaring that you trust me enough to handle the universe while you close your eyes. Lean back into my safe embrace. Let go of the heavy oars you have been rowing with, and let my gentle current carry you forward. Your season of fighting the massive waves is over. Your season of peaceful sailing has finally begun. My child, as you allow my supernatural rest to heal your weary soul, I want to open your spiritual eyes to the magnificent purpose behind your pain. I know there are days when you look at the broken pieces of your life, the shattered dreams, the failed plans, the relationships that did not survive the heavy storms, and you feel a deep sense of disqualification. The enemy has stood in front of you like a relentless accuser, pointing at your deep scars and whispering that you are damaged goods. He has tried to convince you that because you have been broken, you are no longer useful for my kingdom. He wants you to believe that your best days were left behind in the ruins of what used to be, and that you must settle for a life of quiet defeat. But I am speaking a definitive end to that vicious lie right now. In my kingdom, brokenness is not a disqualifier. It is the very foundation upon which I build my greatest masterpieces. I have carefully collected every single shattered piece of your heart. I am putting them back together, bound not by your fragile human strength, but by my pure, unbreakable grace. The specific areas of your life where you experienced the most intense spiritual attacks, the deepest sorrow and the most crippling defeat, are exactly the areas where I am now pouring out a double portion of my anointing. You are going to look back at the very things that tried to destroy you, and you will realize they were simply the fire that forged your new spiritual authority. I am actively turning your deepest, most hidden pain into your most powerful public testimony. The enemy overplayed his hand when he tried to take you out, because all he did was push you deeper into my arms. awakening a warrior spirit inside of you that cannot be tamed. You are no longer just a survivor trying to make it through the week, my beloved. You are a chosen conqueror stepping into a season of immense divine influence. The breakthrough that is standing at your door is not just for your own comfort and restoration. I'm going to use your story, your restored joy, and your undeniable miraculous turnaround to break the heavy chains of countless others who are currently sitting in the exact same darkness you just walked out of. When you speak, my healing power will flow effortlessly through your words. When you pray, heaven will immediately respond. Do not shrink back in fear, and do not ever hide your scars. They are the beautiful, glowing proof that you have survived the fire and emerged wearing a crown of victory. Stand tall today. The victim mentality is completely broken off your life, and the royal authority of your true identity is now fully activated. Watch what I'm about to do with a heart that simply refused to give up. My beloved child, as you step into this final stage of waiting, I need you to completely let go of your need to control everything. I know that up until now, micromanaging, planning, and constantly predicting the worst-case scenarios have been your ways of protecting yourself from disappointment. You have grown so used to doing everything with your own two hands because you were terrified that if you let your guard down, everything around you would completely collapse. But in my kingdom, your rigid grip of control is actually the biggest barrier to the miracle I'm trying to perform. I am asking you to do something incredibly brave right now. Surrender your control and completely entrust your future path to me. You do not need to know the exact details of the next step. You do not need to fully understand how I am going to open those financial doors or how I will mend the shattered pieces of your life. Your only assignment right now is to trust my guidance absolutely, even when you cannot see the entire picture. The enemy will try once again to plant seeds of doubt in your mind during your quiet moments. He will whisper in your ear that you do not deserve these massive blessings, that your past mistakes have permanently disqualified you from happiness. He wants you to constantly focus on your weaknesses and failures so that you feel small and unworthy. But listen to me and remember this deeply. My grace is never based on your perfection. It is based entirely on my boundless love and the ultimate sacrifice I made for you. You do not need to become flawless to be worthy of this breakthrough. You only need a willing and open heart. When I look at your soul, I do not see your stumbles or the nights you cried in weakness. I see an incredibly resilient warrior, a beloved child who held on to their faith through the fiercest storms without giving up. Your worthiness was established long before you took your first breath. I am preparing a magnificent table for you right in the presence of those who doubted you, looked down on you, and walked away from you. The restoration I am bringing will be so comprehensive and complete that it will entirely wipe away every trace of past sorrow, poverty, and despair. The tears that you once shed in agonizing pain will quickly be replaced by tears of overwhelming joy and profound gratitude. No dark force, no curse, and no obstacle can stop or delay what I have already destined for your life. Hold on to your faith, my beloved, because the moment you have been desperately waiting for is finally here. Take a deep breath, drop your heavy, burdened shoulders, release all of your anxiety, and prepare your spirit to step out and receive a massive downpour of blessings. This divine rain will wash away all of your trauma and completely change the trajectory of your life forever. Your waiting season is officially over, and my glory is about to be displayed magnificently through your life. Do not step back, step forward and claim your reward. My child, as you sit in this sacred moment, I want you to look around you and notice the shifting atmosphere. The heavy clouds of oppression that have hovered over your life for years are finally beginning to dissipate. I am initiating a season of divine acceleration. Do not fear the speed at which things are about to change. I know you have been stuck in the slow, agonizing waiting room for so long that stagnation has started to feel normal to you, and progress feels frightening. You have developed a painful trauma response, where you constantly look over your shoulder, waiting for the other shoe to drop, terrified that whenever something good happens, a sudden disaster must follow. Let me break that paralyzing fear of sudden reversal off your mind today. The blessings I'm bringing into your life are not temporary illusions, and they are not traps. They are permanent, rock-solid inheritances destined for you before the foundation of the world. I am completely collapsing time for your sake. What normally takes years for a person to achieve, I am going to do for you in a matter of days and weeks. Where you were forced to take 10 steps back, I am catapulting you 100 steps forward. You are about to experience a supernatural alignment where your preparation meets my perfect sudden opportunity. The enemy tried to steal your precious time, your youth and your energy through endless delays and setbacks. But I am the Lord who redeems time. I am packing decades of favor into your immediate future. People will look at your life and marvel at how quickly you rose from the dark valley to the magnificent mountaintop. They will not be able to credit your human talent, your connections, or your strategic planning. They will be forced to confess that the visible hand of the Almighty God is upon you. Therefore, I need you to start changing your vocabulary right now. Stop speaking the language of a victim. Stop talking about how tired you are and stop anticipating failure. Start speaking the language of the kingdom. Speak abundance over your empty spaces. Speak total healing over your aching body. And speak absolute peace over your household. Prepare your heart and your physical surroundings for the heavy rain of my goodness. If I am expanding your territory, you must expand your capacity to receive. Dust off the dreams you buried in the graveyard of disappointment. Pull out the journals where you wrote down the promises you thought I forgot. I have not forgotten a single word I spoke over you, my child. The blueprints of your destiny are burning bright on my altar. Stand firm, lift your head high, and open your mouth to declare your victory, because the avalanche of my sudden breakthroughs is rushing toward you right now, and nothing on earth or in hell can stand in its way. My child, now that the light is beginning to pierce through the heavy darkness in your mind, I want to invite you to take one more step out of your isolation. I know you have grown so accustomed to fighting on your own, praying in absolute silence, and carrying every ounce of your pain by yourself. But the massive miracle I'm preparing for you will be multiplied when you stand alongside others who share your unwavering faith. Your breakthrough is not meant for you alone. Your story and your testimony are the exact bridge that another desperate soul needs to find their own miracle. That is why I'm calling you to join a sacred community, a safe sanctuary where you can finally share your heavy burdens without ever fearing judgment or rejection. Do not let your pride or your past traumas stop you from reaching out. When you step into a space of shared faith, when you connect with others who are desperately seeking the light just as you are, you will finally realize that you no longer have to fight your battles in solitude. Your voice will blend with thousands of others, creating a powerful spiritual force that can break every single chain the enemy has tried to place on your life. The enemy absolutely hates unity because he knows that your connection with other believers is the most powerful weapon against his whispers of despair. I'm inviting you to plant a seed of faith today, whether that is by lifting someone else's spirit, sharing a word of encouragement, supporting this divine mission, or simply showing up with an open heart. Every single act of sowing is turning into a refreshing rain for your own future. My promises are not just dry words on ancient pages. They are living, breathing miracles being actively released to alter your destiny right now. Give, and it will be given to you is not just simple advice. It is a sacred, unbreakable oath from my throne. When you bravely let go of the fears and the scarcity you have been gripping so tightly, I will multiply the blessings in your hands 100-fold. The profound abundance you have been crying out for will spring forth from the very seeds of love and faith you plant in this exact moment. You did not hear this message by accident, and you did not stay until this moment by chance. This is your divine appointment. Step boldly out of the shadows, join the family of believers, and watch how I tear open the heavens to pour out my unmerited grace upon your life. The journey ahead of you is brilliantly illuminated. Now, take my hand and step forward. My beloved child, we are standing on the very threshold of a magnificent shift. The final moments of this divine appointment are not an ending, but the glorious beginning of a completely new reality in your life. Let these words sink deep into every cell and corner of your soul and seal them with an unshakable faith. I want you to know that right now, as you listen to these final words, all of heaven has moved on your behalf. The divine mission of rescue, restoration, and overflowing blessing has been officially activated. The tears you have shed, the long days and nights you held on in the darkness, all of it has been securely recorded on my altar of glory. Nothing has been forgotten. Your season of drought, loneliness, and suffering is officially closed from this exact second forward. Look straight ahead with holy confidence. The enemy has exhausted every single arrow of doubt, fear, anxiety, and isolation, desperately trying to take you down right before you touch your reward. But today all of those weapons have completely lost their power. I am handing you an impenetrable shield of faith and crowning you with absolute victory. You are no longer a wanderer in the desert of lack or despair. You are my magnificent creation, destined for greatness, freedom, and holiness. Massive financial breakthrough, complete healing for your body and soul, and a peace that surpasses all human understanding are flooding your home, protecting your family, and brilliantly illuminating your future. Now I want you to perform one final act of faith to completely seal this miracle into your life. Do not stay silent. Do not give the enemy's lies any opportunity to creep back into your mind. Open your heart and declare boldly by typing it down or speaking it out loud in your room right now. Lord, I fully receive your breakthrough. I choose faith over fear. When you declare this with total sincerity, you are officially breaking every chain of the past, stepping out of survival mode, and throwing open the windows of heaven to receive a massive downpour of grace. Your testimony and your complete restoration will become a powerful beacon, leading countless other lost souls out of their darkness and into the light. Relax your entire body, drop your heavy shoulders, and let my profound, deep peace wrap completely around you. You have fought a heroic battle in silence, and now it is time to receive the reward for your fierce endurance. I will never leave you. I am right here in this very breath, in this very space with you. Your future is secured in glory, divine authority, and complete happiness. Walk forward with your head held high, a heart full of love, and a faith that burns bright. The suffering is finished. Your miracle has begun. I am always with you. Never, ever give up. I love you, my precious child. Amen.